15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
52's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balaj. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, it's Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Money. 56. Crunch time, defense.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Hill to try again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal. Rosen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Sanders' kick is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Dalton with a give here to Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard on recovery.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6, and it'll be Dolphin football. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. From just shy of midfield, Rosen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to the ground. It's Hill. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We own them. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Quarter.
On second down, Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Pick it up.
On third down, Rosen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Dalton. Space to maneuver at the 40. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going back to you.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They go play action. It's Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie.
Monday.
Balaj. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 20-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Rosen will throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. This will be caught without the foul. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check. Hard.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike's 56. In the face.
Rosen to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Once again, they run with Mixon. And some room to work. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check 13. Check 13. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now to the air, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Dalton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now Balaj, and an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They run it with Balaj. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing on second down, Rosen, and he slings one that's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
He's checking
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is Uzama. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step? He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Rosen looking to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rosen now off the bootleg. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Now a 10th carry for Hill, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he works free. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami, it's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
It's our time. 36.
Passing, it's Dalton. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hands up. UDP. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
93, 52, that's like
So Dalton now going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer. This
game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Man out, man out, man out, man out. 49, check 49, check 49. Mike by two. Watch the slant.
On second down and 4, Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 57.
On second and 12, Rosen. Flush to his right. And this is Parker, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Around the NFL, fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
Watch out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Safety's creeping.
Now it's Rosen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
We got 6.
Sanders on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. So now Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Miami, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.